Hey everyone, welcome back to Living Survival. My name is Ben, and today we're going to take a look at this big guy here. This is the Mountainsmith Scream 55 pack. I've had this for about a year, and I used it all spring, all summer, and all fall for multiple backpacking trips. So we're going to take a look at the details on this. Now, this is what I would consider maybe a middle-of-the-line pack. So for most big companies like Gregory or Osprey or Kelty, this is going to be a lot lighter weight option, and of course Mountainsmith does make several different packs. This is made with lightweight materials that we'll look at, so it does come in a little bit lighter weight. And what I mean by maybe a mid-weight pack is it's not going to be quite as heavy as your Ospreys, your Kelties, and your Gregorys. It's not going to be as heavy as maybe like a full-framed backpack like my Sabra mono pack here, where it's got the full frame sheet in the back. It's going to be capable of carrying heavier loads and also maybe a little bit larger size for those cooler months like we are getting into now, where you're going to pack on extra clothing, you're going to pack on, you know, a heavier sleeping bag, heavier sleeping pad. So generally you need maybe a little bit larger pack. Again, this is a 55 liter, you know, 60s and 70s maybe for most people might work in the winter, but since I have pretty lightweight gear, you know, I've really lightened up my load as far as the big three, which is the pack, which is your sleeping bag, and which is your shelter. I can get away with a 55 liter pack. So I've been using this pack for several different backpacking trips. Now they also do make, what I thought was really cool, is they also do make a women's version. Now the women's version is a little bit smaller. This is a 50 liter pack. Same screen pack, same details. This is what Kristen's been using, so I'll roll in some footage of us using these packs. But very, very nice packs, very comfortable packs. And again, for a mainstream manufacturer, these are going to be really lightweight, made with really lightweight materials. Really, the only way to go lighter is to go with something like a Z-Pack or a ULA or a Hyperlight Mountain Gear, which is what this is, where it has just maybe a single stay in here. You know, you can go really lightweight with these, a lot lighter weight materials. But again, as with most things like sleep systems, shelters, and packs, as you go lighter in weight, you typically go up in price. And these still come in at a considerably low weight, but have a really nice price tag. So let me lay the pack down flat here where you can get a better idea of what we're talking about as far as features. On the front of the pack, that would be oriented to you this way, you have these double barrel pockets here. Now these are really nice for quick access items. A lot of times on packs you'll have maybe like a sleeve right here that you can put things into, you can stuff things into. You'll have maybe dual sleeves that you can stuff things into, and then of course usually you'll have your side pockets here that you can stuff into. But what I really like about these is you can fill them all the way up to the top. So you know, even if you don't have items that would mostly stick down in a sleeve, let's say you're carrying maybe a sit mat or something, you know, that's going to slide in there pretty easily. But let's say you just have like little items, like a little toiletry bag, you know, maybe a camera, maybe just odds and ends. That's where these come in really nice because they are zippered all the way up. So you have side zips on these. Of course, high quality YKK zippers, and then you can really fill this entire front pocket all the way up, which is great. And then you have the same thing on the other side. It gives you a lot of additional room, and you can pack in really small items without worrying about them falling out. And I like that the zippers do go up, of course, so you don't run the risk of leaving it a tad bit open on the bottom. Believe it or not, I've seen packs that do that, leaving it open a tad bit at the bottom and having all your gear fall out. So in addition to those double barrel pockets there are loops all the way up, so you can clip things to it. Really handy if you have something that maybe got a little wet, like a rain jacket, maybe, you know, an article of clothing, and you can just clip that to the backpack as you walk. You could clip like a little coffee mug to it. You know, you can clip anything you want to it. It came with this little clip here, which I never really used. You could probably just take that right off. And then we can look at the top of the pack here. It's going to be a little bit hard with my camera angle here, still working things out. But the top of the pack, you notice it does not have a top lid on it. It just has where it rolls down and folds up. Very similar to my Hyperlight Mountain Gear or those lighter weight packs from Z-Packs, ULA. generally they will skip the top lid altogether and just go with a roll down closure. So this roll down closure does clip on both ends. Really high quality clips, really high quality zips, YKK zippers all the way around. And then before I get too far, let's talk about this fabric. It is a 210D Robic fabric, so it is a lighter weight fabric, and then it's got a 210D liner in it. So when we get into the inside of the pack, we'll look at that. And again, YKK zippers. The torso length on the men's version, which is the Scream 55, is 17 to 21 inches, and then the torso length on the Scream 50, which is the women's version, is 14 to 17 on that torso length. And you have between a 46 and 52 liter capacity on the smaller one, and then on this one you have 50 liter capacity with a 7 additional liters, you know, outside, so for a total of maybe 57 liters. They call it the Scream 55. We can look at again the top roll panel here. It's just a clip on both sides that unclips, and then the whole top panel just rolls open. And what's nice about that is you have a Hypalon seal right here. So there's a nice seal. You get nice access to your pack that way, sort of a barrel style, you know, top load. And then you can fill it pretty much all the way up with food or whatever, you know, is last to go in your pack. And then when you want to close it, you just fold this seal over itself and just roll it down towards the pack. And then you would just clip it again on both sides. Now this fabric is water resistant. It's not waterproof. Of course, you have the zips going around down the sides. You know, they are sewn inside out, so that's nice, so that you don't have you know, water just gushing in. You do want to use a pack cover for this. It does not come with one. I did end up using a pack cover on one of our trips with this pack, but all in all, it's going to stay pretty water resistant for you. On the sides, you have, again, the clip closure here, and there is a side compression strap. So if you wanted to put something that's really long, maybe a saw or something, you could use this to clip that in. And then also you can use it to compress the sides here. It does have a nice deep pocket here for water bottles or for gear, or for whatever you want to put in here. I put a water bottle in here. I had a fuel bottle in here. You know, you can really stick a lot of different things in here. And then it does have an adjustment down below here to tighten that up. So if you wanted to tighten the bottom of the pack up, you can do that as well. Same on both sides. Then we get back to the back side of the pack. You've got this EVA frame sheet with the 1/2-inch aluminum stay. So again, it's not a you know, it's not a rigid frame sheet. It's a flexible frame sheet with an aluminum stay in it. As you go into the more mainstream packs or the larger packs, you're gonna have a full-on suspension system on this. That's what makes them quite a bit heavier. And then when you go with the lot lighter packs, you're just gonna have that stay that's removable as well. And I believe this one is removable. You do have the air mesh here, which is nice, the back molding, which is nice, a nice hip belt on the bottom here with dual pockets. Again, really lightweight. The hip belt is not removable. I wouldn't see why you would want to do that on this size of a pack, but it's not. The straps do go from the outside in, so that's really nice. On packs, believe it or not, people still make the packs that go like that, and that's harder to get it adjusted right. There is some little clips here for, again, hanging things off of. The shoulder straps are really comfortable. On the shoulder strap, there is a whistle, which is nice, and then there is elastic. So there is a stretchy material here. I really like that because I think it can move with you. They are adjustable in between all these different slots here. So for women especially, if you have to adjust that above or below, that's nice to be able to do that. And then just really, really heavy duty, nice quality shoulder straps. There is load lifters at the tops here. And you can notice that these straps, you know, are nice and thin, but they're still high quality. All that stuff goes together. You know, the actual fabric, the actual straps, the buckles, the hardware, everything goes together to make this a lighter weight pack. This pack comes in at 2 pounds 13 ounces, whereas with your Ospreys, Gregory's, Kelties, you're going to be maybe, you know, up into the 3, 4, 5 pound range, maybe even higher for some of the big packs. And then when you get down into like the hyperlight mountain gear, the Z packs, you know, those go sub 2 pounds. So just depends, you know, on what season you're backpacking in, and what, you know, how big your other gear is, and what the particular activity you're doing. Again, as you go lighter weight and all your different materials, you are going to usually go higher in price. But it is worth it. You know, if you're saving 3 pounds on your pack going with this, as opposed to maybe like a 6 pound pack, you know, then you can carry a lot more. 3 pounds goes a long way towards food. It goes a long way towards your shelter. It goes a long way towards your sleep system. So you can bring that extra pillow, for example, and still come in at a pretty decent base weight. So I think we talked about the side panels. They are the same on both sides. The bottom of the pack, nothing special down there. You do have a couple loops here that you could hang stuff off of, or you could clip things to. And then you get to another feature of the pack that I really like, which is sort of this duffel bag style opening here. So you have this zipper that kind of goes all the way around in a U shape. What's really nice about that is you can zip it down partial way, and you can get to your contents that way. I just have a sleeping bag in here for filler. You can zip it down partial way, and you can grab things anywhere in the pack. So you can grab, you know, your shelter or your sleeping bag from the bottom. You can grab your cook set from the middle. You can grab some food from the top. You can do it that way. And then when I got to camp, you can literally unwrap this whole thing and, you know, pull your gear out that way. So I just set this thing on the ground and had access to all my gear that way. It makes it really nice setting up camp. So you have just nice access here to everything. Here's that 210D liner material on the inside, nice and high vis, which is great. A hook here for hydration, and then a sleeve here for hydration. But just being able to unwrap that thing and have all your gear right in front of you, you can pick and choose. Maybe you're just putting up your tent, maybe you just want to grab a tarp, maybe you just want to grab your cook set. You can do it that way, and then you can zipper it right back up, and you know, you can keep your gear all organized that way. And then when you're getting ready to break down camp, you know, you simply just make sure that this zipper is closed here, and then you would just open your top lid and continue to load the rest of your gear that way. Now, I don't miss having a top lid at all. You know, some of them come with a top lid that's removable. You could use it as like a fanny pack during the day. I don't miss it at all. I'd much rather just have this roll top closure. And most of your lightweight bags out there, lighter weight bag packs out there, are going to have that roll top closure. But you can see here that then you can just load your pack right up that way. Stuff everything down in there, load it the way you want to load it, and roll this seal back up. The side pockets are actually usable, which is nice. Some of them on these packs, once you get them loaded up and get them on your hip, it's like impossible to get anything in and out of there. I was able to fit my iPhone in there, was able to fit a battery pack, cords, and I believe on the other side I had my GoPro, and keys. So it is nice to have pockets that are actually usable. So you have the double barrel pockets, you have the big U opening here, and a really nice, comfortable support system here. So if we look at the women's version, it's basically the exact same thing, just a little bit smaller torso length. And I know Kristen really enjoyed using this pack, really comfortable. But you got the double barrel pockets here. You've got the Y or the U opening here that you just flip over. Same high vis stuff on the inside, and you're good to go. So I really like these packs from Mountainsmith. And if you're considering going down a little bit in weight, you know, you want to save a couple pounds on a pack, but you're not ready to spring, you know, the extra 100 or 2 for like a Z-Packs or a ULA or a Hyperlight mountain gear. Check this out, man. It's a good gateway into going to, you know, into a ultralight setup. And it's something that I used several times and was really happy with. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video today, taking a look at the Mountainsmith Scream 55 pack, and also the 50-liter pack for women. Again, just a little bit lower in the capacity, and also a shorter torso length on that. So good for women that are maybe a little bit shorter than men. You know, you could certainly use this pack as well if you have that longer torso length. But it is cool that they make us several different options for the ladies out there. Really high quality pack, really comfortable pack, and you know, that's why I continue to use it. throughout the 3 seasons. Now for winter, again, when the gear gets a little bit heavier, your sleeping bag is bigger, maybe you're packing on extra clothing, I might jump up to a 60-liter pack, a 65-liter pack, just depending on what I'm doing. If I'm going light and fast, I'm just going to be hiking the majority of the time, I'm taking a lightweight shelter, then this would work great for that. If I'm going to plan on camping maybe a few days and I have a few days worth of food, and I have maybe a bigger sleep system, then maybe want to go up to a bigger pack. But again, this is a great compromise of low price for really high quality materials and features. Of course, I'm going to leave a link down below where you guys can check out more information on the Scream, as well as maybe pick one up for yourself. Hope you guys give this video a big thumbs up for me, and leave me a comment below and let me know what you think in the comment section below. I do try to answer as many comments as I can, especially if you guys have questions. I'm happy to answer those. Share this video on your social media to your friends and family who might be interested in a pack like this. And if you haven't already done so, please click that red subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified of new videos.